viene una nueva película de Bradley Cooper con Laura Dern y Will Arnett, nuestro Bojack Horseman, nuestro Joe Bluth, que se mete con la historia de Alex y Tess, una pareja de muchísimos años que se divorcia y que tiene que aprender a vivir de nuevo. Él metiéndose en el mundo del stand-up y ella volviendo a su mundo del vóley. Y si bien esa es la sinopsis bien resumida de la película, la temática central te la cuenta Laura Dern en torno a lo que habló con Bradley Cooper.
I guess we just slowly grew away from each other.
I'm in Bradley's kitchen. He's describing the movie to me. And he just looks at me and he's like, you have to do this. Like, you see? Like, right? You got to do it. I was like, oh, okay. He's like, yeah, because there's this story, but it's all about the love story. Like, it's not about what you find. It's that you get honest enough with yourself that you could find your way back to each other or toward each other or toward anyone else, you know? And he just started riffing and dreaming and saying, let's go on this ride together. Let's find her together. Which directors say that? But they don't always mean it because they say, here's the imprint, you know, can you fit into it? But the trust that Will and Mark Chappell in the original script, and then Bradley as he infused his point of view on it as a filmmaker and a writer, you know, to really let me in, to really say, who is she? What does she do? What are her goals, her dreams? Of course, she's a professional athlete. Okay, start training. And, you know, what does she bring to this? Brokenness, not just to this hopeful journey. And it was an amazing ride and filled with vulnerability and truth and promise for each of us as individuals in terms of our own growth, not only, you know, hopefully as actors and storytellers. It was an amazing experience.
You two have always been very different.
And you and Dad are twins?
Your father is an immigrant to this country.
I know that.
And I've always been a woman who wants the taste of the exotic.
Jesus, Mom.
You know, it was really up to Bradley. I could give as much as I, you know, could you know, find Tess in all the moments. And he could choose to turn the attention toward, you know, the male gaze, right? The man's perspective on his wife. But instead, what he asked of me was every time you see her, you are watching her catch up with the person she's held, but also numbed out from, and watch her wake up to herself without the stand-up revelatory scenes. You know, we're getting to know what Will is feeling in real time because he's telling us. She doesn't say it. We just watch it on her face. So they're very different challenges as actors. And so, you know, Bradley gave Tess the opportunity to be seen in that way. And I think one of my favorite moments of, you know, the way he shot me coming after volleyball practice into the car. And it's a very tight close-up. And I feel like it's so childlike. There's something very childlike about it. And he knew he wanted my hair in a ponytail. I mean, I would have been having, you know, because I was training at that time. So I always had a ponytail when I was working and learning. But she jumps in and just looking at him, she says, this is scary, but fuck, it's fun. And that line is so perfect because we get to know the vulnerability in her because we see the powerhouse, but to see, like, you know, her childlike experience of loving again, waking up to each other again is, you know, all those colors, all those opportunities. And again, with Tess, it's a few words, or it's an energy, or it's watching her face, watch him do stand-up. So it's like harnessing those moments for Tess, which was really gorgeous.
I wasn't unhappy with our marriage. Man, I wish I had a punchline.
We'd met socially, and we had I think we had a great chemistry. We always like find each other at a friend's dinner and kind of go at it, you know? And he's just so brilliant. And I was such an admirer of him as an actor and as the funniest person ever. But we were asked, and we asked ourselves, to be met with the challenge of instantly, deeply knowing each other. And so Bradley invited us in, and we did a workshop to know each other. You know, it entailed every way we could know the truth about ourselves from childhood onward that you would probably only share with your life partner.